Greetings. Welcome to another exciting installment of Twin Flame Success Stories, where I show you that this shit's real. Your twin flame, you're not crazy. And yes, you can really get your twin flame to like unblock you like fucking magic. That sounds nuts. But guys, this works. It's so amazing. And I'm going to share some of that with you today, you guys. Not only am I going to share with you examples of people that I've helped get their twin flame to stay with them permanently, but I just want to impart to you what a cool job this is. So, but here's the thing, guys. Here's why I'm doing this. You're looking around on the internet. There's all this different information about twin flames. You don't know who's right. You don't know who to trust. You don't know who to listen to. And I'm just another guy on the internet. Why should you listen to me? Right? That's a fair question. Why should you listen to me? You should question me. You should question everything, right? Well, guys, I don't know. Maybe if you're talking to somebody who can show you, number one, that he's helping actual twin flames, not just people who say they met their twin, which is why I've got this picture, this person with the Kundalini behind me. We're going to talk about that. That's one of the ways you can tell. Also, okay, if we're sure that he's actually dealing with legit twin flames, did he help anybody get their twin flame to be with them? Is he with his twin flame? Right? All those kinds of things. Those are legitimate questions. Of course you want to know. I mean, how else are you going to prove it? How else are you going to be able to tell if somebody is really going to be able to help you or not? So that's what this video series is about. I don't need accolades, you guys. I don't care. I just think this is really fucking fascinating. This whole twin flame thing. And I went through it too, you guys. I went through the whole shit that you did with the running and the chasing and the desperation and the obsessive thinking and all the other stuff. So let me just blast through these testimonials. And I'm not very good at blasting through them. I usually talk a lot. But I will this time. I'm going to blast through them, and then I'm going to circle back and we're going to talk about some of the things that we read. And I'll go into greater depth about why things work the way they do and how you can tell whether or not somebody actually is a twin flame. And guys, when I tell you how you can tell if somebody is actually a twin flame, it's so obvious. It's so obvious because it's things that you don't have control over. So we'll get to that. So stick around. Okay. So this one here, this is from my public Facebook group. This one is from a while ago. I found this screenshot on my computer the other day, and I don't think I've ever used it. So here you go. Here's one of my students, Christine. She's with her twin. They're having a baby together. And I remember Christine. Again, Kundalini, becoming psychic. You don't become psychic as a result of meeting somebody, you guys. You don't get out of bed and just go, I'm going to have Kundalini today. These things don't just happen. Okay. So that's one of the ways you can tell. But so there's Christine. There you go. Let's do the next one. This is more recent. This is a screenshot I took on my phone. And so this is the post, the Facebook post that I'm showing you. And so here's a comment that somebody left, one of my students, on that Facebook post. And you can kind of read this for yourself. She doesn't really talk a lot about being with her twin. I've got more of those in a second, but I wanted to show you guys this one because this is what this is really about, right? Like your whole life changes in the most amazing and beautiful ways, and you feel amazing. You feel incredible. And that's like the best part. Your twin flame is just a bonus, guys. Trust me. Your twin flame is just the cherry on top. That's not even the best part. You might think getting your twin flame back is the whole thing. It's not. And that's kind of the problem. People, they believe that getting their twin flame is the whole game. It's not. This here is a live stream that I did with my twin flame here about a month ago. We went to Florida. We were in Daytona Beach. She does not like being on camera. Some people there's a lot of people that are in suffering and they have all this like fear-based energy, and they like to project their fear-based energy onto me. So they'll say things like, "Why doesn't she want to show her face, Kurt? Why doesn't she ever show her face?" Right? And they freak out. But I don't know. Do you want to go on YouTube and show your face to the entire world? And by the way, somebody that's acting like that, somebody that's like all desperate and projecting all this hate onto you, that's kind of why she doesn't want to do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, no, she never shows her face, but she's been on my YouTube channel a bunch of times, a bunch. And, this is another one of those times we did these two live streams together. I took a picture of the back of her head. There you go. You can see her whole body in the picture. It's on the community tab. Anyway, so we did this live stream together where it was like Q&A. You can talk to her. You can go find it on my YouTube channel. Just go to the live stream menu on my YouTube channel and it'll be right there. There's two of them. Now, check this out. I saw this. Do you see this little circle that just popped up down here in the corner? Stardust Rose, she's talking to somebody else in the chat. She goes, "My twin flame has been back since I took Kurt's course, and he is still here. It's been this way for 2.5 years." And probably Stardust Rose was asking, "Do you think I should sign up?" Hell yeah, you should sign up. Guys, I don't charge very much money for my coaching. Most people charge thousands of dollars. I don't. And this person has been with her twin flame for 2.5 years. And I know who she is too, by the way. Yes, it's her twin flame. So there's another one. All right. This is from the community tab of my YouTube channel. If you want to go there, there's like pictures of me with my twin flame. And I have her face blocked because, again, she doesn't want to show her face. You guys are kind of creepy sometimes. No offense. There's people that'll like stalk you on social media, and she doesn't want that. But there are pictures of us together. And if you want to go look, again, it's the community tab on my YouTube channel. Now, I wanted to show you guys this one because look at what this person said. "I stopped caring and he just unblocked me." Now, what am I always telling you guys? 3 steps. Number 1, let go of the twin flame myths. Number 2, stop chasing your twin flame. That's what this person did. And number 3, learn to meditate, right? And it's like you don't have any way to get a hold of your person. If your twin flame has you blocked, how are you going to talk to them? And because you might think, "Oh, if I just had this one conversation with them, that'll make all the difference." No, it won't. No, it won't. So this person, they don't got any way to get a hold of their twin flame to talk it out. But guys, that's what I'm telling you. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. So there is a way to do this, guys. And it's like fucking by way of magic, your twin flame they'll come back. Really, like it's like fucking magic or something. And now it's not really magic. It's technology. Consciousness is a form of technology, you could say. So it's not magic. It's just science that we haven't figured out yet. Although I think I have a lot of answers. I'll share some of that stuff with you today. This is from a fairly recent YouTube short that I did. I pinned this comment to the top right here. And there's actually two. This is interesting. This one some of you might find kind of triggering. But listen to this. After 7 years, because it was my path, I'm with him. Now, I love how they put that because sometimes that can be a thing, guys. Sometimes this could take a while and sometimes it doesn't. And some of the things that you can be doing or not doing can impact how long it's going to take, which is kind of where I come in as a coach. I can help you kind of shorten it. But there is an element of this where you're going to look back. So when you're finally with your twin flame, you're going to look back and you're going to go, "Oh, now I know why it took us 4 years. I get it. I see why that had to be that way." And you guys, there isn't anything wrong with that. You might have to do it like that. So I don't know what this person's story is, but whatever it was, they're very accepting and everything just unfolded organically, and now they're with their twin flame. This one, this person here, she says, I'm with a soulmate. I stopped wanting my twin flame and he came right back. And this is something I've talked about this before on my YouTube channel. You get a choice, guys. So right now, and this is some people, I'm telling you, man, there's so much fear-based energy in the twin flame community. They're going to tell you, if anybody says you're not supposed to be with your twin flame, that's not true. And that Kurt, he tells people it doesn't matter if you're with your twin flame. He's not a twin flame. Really? So I had Kundalini and now I'm psychic as a result of meeting her. That doesn't just happen, guys. I had Kundalini and I'm psychic now. She's my twin flame, bro. You don't just get out of bed and go, I'm going to be psychic now. No, I met my twin flame and I went through the whole process with the dark night of the soul and the Kundalini and the unity consciousness. We'll talk about that later. So yes, she's my twin flame. And I'm telling you, you get a choice. And by the way, if you're suffering and your twin flame is running away from you, you don't have a choice, do you? So, wouldn't being able to have a choice whether you do want your twin flame or you don't, isn't that better than where you're at? Hell yeah, it's better. Do you want me to help you figure out how to get to that point? Because I would love for you to be in the situation where you're like, oh God, which one do I pick? Do I pick my twin or do I pick the soulmate? I'm having so much fun. Doesn't that sound great? That's way better than just suffering and having your twin flame reject you. At least you get to say so, right? So this is what I'm telling you guys, like all the mythology on the internet and in these twin flame chat rooms and message boards with all these fucking myths. It's an ideology. They've made twin flames into this religion or something. Like you have to be with your twin flame. And if you say that you don't, you're not a real twin flame, right? It's like really culty and stuff. And it's so dogmatic. Why? Where's the rule written down? Where does it say I have to be with my twin flame? Some people don't want their twin flame, you guys. So what? And by the way, I'm going to share with you, if you haven't heard me talk about this, your twin flame is one of your past lives, guys. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Let's move to the next one. This is from a Facebook post about a month and a half ago on my Facebook page. Where is she? Mirella. Kurt is correct on this. The Kundalini is real. It happened to me almost 2 weeks ago, and boom, 2 weeks later, my twin flame showed up after almost 2 years. I'm telling you guys, you got to let go of the outcome. You got to let go of the time. It needs to be right now. Right? That's what's blocking you is the ego, the pain body. It clings to an outcome, right? So she signed up for my class, and after 2 years, her twin flame came back, and she had Kundalini. So now I hear this all the time, guys. People, they're going through all of these cycles of suffering. Their twin flame is rejecting them. They go online and they see all these people talking about you got to do healing and all this weird, like the mirror exercise and the violet flame chant, and you got to get your chakras cleared and a blah, blah, blah. And they try it out because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. So you try it, and of course, it doesn't work. It blows up in your face, it makes things worse. Your twin flame blocks you. You spend all this money on it. I've had people, Kurt, I spent $10,000. $10,000 on some fucking twin flame coaching. And then I came to your website. I spent a whole $400, not 10,000. I spent 400 measly dollars, and my twin flame is with me now. This person went around and around with her twin flame for 2 years, signed up for my coaching. You guys, I'm not saying this to brag. Some people, this is, man, I don't know what it is. Trolls, narcissists, I can't figure it out. But why would you ever, like if you found somebody who said, "Hey, I figured it out. Look, look, look," right? Which is basically what I'm doing. That's what this video is. Right? I'm going, "Guys, I figured it out. Check it out. Look at all these people I helped," right? And I'm with my twin, right? Why would you say, "Oh, he's bragging and he's arrogant"? Do you want your twin flame or not? Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? I don't get it. He's just bragging. Ugh, listen to this. You know, guys, you can get your twin flame to be with you most of the time. I mean, what you've tried everything else. And I'm telling you, the way that I teach this to people is way different than what you're usually going to get on the internet. Way different, guys. That's why it works. Most people are telling you to do like psychology, right? Healing, fixing your inner child, balancing your inner feminine and masculine. And there's really nothing wrong with those things, but that's psychology, guys. That's the mind. Your twin flame is your soul, though, bro. They are your soul. You can't do the mind thing, psychology, and think your way into the soul. That's not how that works. You just already are a soul. We'll talk about that. You'll stick around. That'll make sense to you here. Let's move on. Let's get through these. I said I was going to try to blast through these. Okay, this you probably already saw, but look at this. Look at this down here. This person first here. My twin flame is back after 4 years. She's one of my students, so she took my paid coaching. Some people just watch the free stuff. Most people, you know what I would do if I was you guys? I would sign up for my paid coaching and look at the free stuff because the paid coaching is like action steps. Do this, step one, step two, step three, right? And then what do I do when they come back, right? It's 44 hours, you guys, my coaching program, and it's not expensive. And I even have payment plans. I take the whole price and I break it up into little payments. So you could get started for very little, guys. It's very reasonable, my coaching, and it works. And it's the only proven twin flame coaching system. And again, if you want to wag your finger at me and go, you're just bragging, you're arrogant, then do you seriously need to get your head checked? I've helped all these people get with their twin flame. I'm with my twin flame. I'm excited. I love what I do. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, I got the keys, guys. I cracked the code, and somebody's, you're just bragging. You're me. Oh my God, get out of here. That's ridiculous. Don't you want to know that somebody figured it out? Anyway, so there's this one, guys. Thank you, Spiritual School. And then another thing, SJ, she tried a soulmate. It was great. And then she was like, I'm kind of done with that. And then her twin flame came back and she's like, actually, I kind of like this. So now she's with her twin. That's what I'm telling you. You get a choice, guys. You don't have to be with your twin, but if you're really sure that you want to do that, you get to choose. You get to choose. That's a lot better than just having your twin flame reject you, isn't it? And she said, yeah, I'll be with him. Think about that. Instead of your twin flame making the choice, you get to decide whether or not there's going to be a relationship. Isn't that nice? And it took her 5 years, guys. 5 years. And he came back a couple of years ago too, and she said, "Nah, I'm not interested." And then he tried again, and she's like, "All right." So there you go. Here's Chanel. Down here is the testimonial that I wanted to show you. Kurt is the best. I took his program, and my life has changed for the better. My other self popped up. That's twin flame. So I have my students refer to their twin flame as other self because your twin flame is your soul. Your twin flame is your soul. The soul is who you really are, right? That's who you really are. That is the true self. Your twin flame is the self. They are your soul. Well, anyway, now this person, she's already been with a soulmate for 9 years and she likes the butterflies and the passion and stuff, but her twin flame is all bugging her for a relationship. He wants a relationship with me. I'm telling you guys, this is freedom. This is playing on gangster mode. You get to decide. You get to call the shots. So this person here, what if she said, I don't want my soulmate. I want the twin flame. She could do that right now. Her twin flame is on her all on her jock, man. All trying to get her to be with him. That's a nice problem to have, isn't it? Oh God, which one do I pick? I got this awesome soulmate that I manifested. I got money. I'm living a great life, and my twin flame is all trying to get with me. Gosh, that sounds terrible. Get out of here. Everybody that's all like triggered when I say you don't have to be with your twin flame, they get so mad. They get so mad, guys. Why? Why? You get to choose. You get to choose. So, last thing for as far as testimonials, in case you didn't know, you're watching video number 85, Twin Flame Success Stories, where Kurt brags and he's just arrogant and stuck up. No, guys, this is cool. This is exciting. And guys, there are thousands of people that I've helped, 7,000 people that I've coached. It's really tough to get people to agree to appear on YouTube. So for every one of these ladies who I've asked to appear on YouTube, there's 100 that I've asked. People like their privacy, guys. So, but what I'm telling you is, I mean, that's if there's one person that appears on my YouTube channel, there's 100 that are out here in the comments section somewhere commenting on one of my videos. Now, that's what the rest of these videos are. These twin flame success stories, they're just like this one that you're watching right now, where I kind of go through and I'll find people on social media that took my program or even just watch the free stuff. And I've been at this for years, guys. Some of these pictures, by the way, the thumbnail pictures, I reuse these, but these are all unique videos. These are all individual, unique videos. I just reuse the pictures sometimes. But yeah, check it out. I mean, I'm almost up to 100, guys, 15 to go. And I've been doing this for a long time, guys. Long time. Now, I've got more stuff on my website that I'll show you in a minute, but I want to pull up something else right now. I want to show you if you want to get started right now for free. And the best place to start here, give me 1 second. I got to open up this. Why is it doing that? Okay. If you got in a time machine. Yeah, go back. Okay. What are you doing? If you got in a time. Okay. Sorry. There. Okay. Let me go back to screen sharing. So free stuff, you guys. And this is, again, I'm telling you, this is extraordinary. The things that you're going to experience after meeting your twin flame, Kundalini, and becoming psychic. That doesn't just happen, guys. That doesn't just happen. I would start here, actually. This playlist, it's called Twin Flame Science. Yes, this is real. Twin flames is a real phenomenon. It's a real phenomenon. There is a way to explain it. It's not cookie cutter. If you see somebody on the internet telling you, oh, well, I don't think there's a cookie cutter way that twin flames works. I think it's different for everybody, blah, blah, blah. Run away. They are a scam artist. They are ill-informed, and they probably haven't actually met their twin flame. The other day, I had somebody who found me on Facebook, and they go, or they've been on my Facebook for a while, but they commented and they said, oh, I'm with my twin. We're married now. And I'm like, cool. Congratulations. Do you want to talk? And she said, all right. So she emailed us, and some of the things that she was saying, I was like, uh-oh. This is another one of these, somebody who's with in a conventional relationship, a soulmate, right? And they think that's twin flames. That's one of the biggest myths, if not the biggest myth on the internet, is that this is just like a really good soulmate. And you'll even see like some websites, I've seen it on the internet, where when they describe what they think a twin flame is, they'll go, it's a special type of soulmate. No, it isn't. It's nothing like that at all. And I'm not even just talking about like your experience, but we'll get to what I'm talking about in a second because there's a scientific answer. Well, anyway, I was like, okay, there's some red flags here. I don't think she really met her actual twin flame, who, again, is another incarnation of your soul. They are your past life. Most likely answer. A soulmate is like just another person, another soul. Your twin flame is your soul. So I started asking her questions. I asked her if she had Kundalini, and I even described Kundalini. It's not my definition. I don't decide what Kundalini is, guys. You don't decide what Kundalini is. You don't decide that this is called a pair of scissors. I mean, I guess you could call it a coffee cup if you want. You could do that, but that's just semantics. If you want to call this a coffee cup, fine, but it's still going to be this thing that it is. It's still going to have this blade and the handle and it cuts things. That's still the thing that it is, no matter what you call it. It's still this thing. So if you say it's a coffee cup, all you're doing is just playing semantics and wasting time. Like, why would you do that? So I don't decide what Kundalini is, you guys, and neither do you. Kundalini, the what Kundalini is, that's been around for a long time, guys, thousands of years. Okay. And it's this metaphysical activation. You are a three-part triune being: body, mind, soul, body, mind, soul. So the mind is made up of energy, thoughts, emotions, but also chakras. See the chakras and see the energy, like whee, the wispy energy coming off the person. And I know this is kind of some of this woo woo, kind of new agey looking stuff, but this is real. I mean, this part of it is true. That is a real thing. Chakras and then the energy coming off of you and shit, right? That is real. It really is. And there's a scientific answer for this, guys. You are part energy. You are consciousness, and there's thought and metaphysical components also called the mind. So anyway, so when you have a forced spiritual awakening, which is what this is, you don't get to decide. I mean, maybe at a higher level, like your higher self, your soul, it's deciding, of course, but you, the mortal person, the human person, you do not get a choice. You're going to do this. And that's why this is so fucking crazy, because you met this person that we call twin flame, and it's everything's all fucked up, and a lot of you go through those cycles for a long time until you maybe figure it out, or you come across my information or something. And then, like the one person we saw, she said, it's been 2 years, and then I finally had kundalini, right? And then within 2 weeks my twin flame came back, right? 2 years, and she didn't have kundalini. She took my coaching program, and then she had kundalini, and then her twin flame came right back. Okay. And it's like, well, what are you teaching people to do, Kurt? Well, I'm teaching them to stop, to get rid of the twin flame myths, let those go, let the twin flame myths go, stop chasing your twin flame, and get really good at meditating. And there's a good way and a bad way to do those things. But that's the basic tenet of how to do this. Well, anyway, yeah, Kundalini is something that people have been experiencing for thousands of years. And I described it to this person who emailed me. Remember so back to the story that I was telling you about, right? This person who said she married her twin flame, and I looked at her email and I was like, I don't know, right? So I started asking her questions, and what I explained to her was Kundalini is this strange experience where you feel surges of energy moving through your body, and it's like anti-gravity. So you're going to feel like you're being pulled up into the sky. It's the weirdest shit, you guys. It doesn't hurt. It actually feels like really cool. Some people think it's distracting because it's happening a lot. You know, they're like trying to focus on their job or something, and there's all this energy. And it pulls you around though. It like jerks you around. It's so cool. And I would also feel it like pulling at me like this way, like out in front of me and behind. And it's like this big rubber band that's attached to my whole body. And it's like pulling at me and like jerking me around and pulling me up into the sky. And there's also this heart activation where, and I know that sounds cringy and new age, but I don't know what else to call it. Because it's like this weird, like emotional intensity of like love, like really intense love. And I mean, I've felt love before, but not like this. Like this was so intense. It was like so much love that I thought I could get physically hurt from it. Like I could pass out or have a heart attack or something from love. Like how do you get physically hurt by love? But that's what I was thinking because it was extraordinary, guys. Highly unusual. Like instead of turning the dial up to 10, like a dial like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a volume, right? Instead of turning it up to 10, like the maximum is 10, right? We're going to go ahead and turn it up to 10 million. I mean, it was just I couldn't even I thought I was going to die, right? But it's my heart chakra. And this happened right around the same time that the Kundalini was happening. And again, it like jerks you around and pulls you around. Okay. And also, interestingly, you guys might find this interesting. There were a couple of times where I was with her, and this was kind of like right after the runner chaser was kind of starting to slow down, like she was running less. Because I learned how to get control of myself here. Stop chasing her, learn to meditate, and it started to kind of have an effect. So one of the times, well, there's these two. Actually, there were several times, but anyway, what I would feel is like a pull of energy going to her also. And I asked her about it later, and she said she felt energy pushing on to her. And we actually have had that a couple of other times, and it's always the same. It's the energy is going from me to her. And that I think that's so like why your twin flame runs is that mental energy. And maybe this is going to be a long video. Why not? I'll put a bunch of teachings in here. You guys might find this interesting, but um, the the mind is why your twin flame runs, and there's this polarization at the mental level. That's the push pull, and that's kind of something that you see on the internet about twin flames. Is there's a push pull with your twin flame? It's energy, guys. It's metaphysical. Well, anyway, this is Kundalini. Kundalini is all these weird energetic experiences. And then right after, and again, it's like jerking you around, pulling your body around, pulling you up into the sky like anti gravity, and then this heart activation, right? Okay. Right after, I became intensely psychic. I became psychic. Now, psychic includes telepathy, which you can see things in your third eye and hear things in your third eye. And I've had that a little bit, but mostly it's intuition. Intuition is one form of psychic ability, and so is telepathy. So, psychic is like a catch all term for your ability to be clairvoyant and kind of know things. And I started keeping a journal, and I teach my students to do this. Every time you get one of these knowings, they call it intuition. It kind of feels like deja vu, sort of. It's this weird knowing, like with deja vu, you're like, I've done this before, but how do I know that I've done this before, right? But with intuition, it's the same kind of feeling. It's this knowing, but the difference is, um, it's different information. So it's information about the future or information about another person or something like that, right? And I started writing them down, and you guys, they keep coming true consistently. Boom, 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 all of them, right? That doesn't just happen. That's not supposed to happen. Like, the system tells us that there's no such thing as psychic abilities, and you're a quack if you can do that. Meanwhile, there's actual legit science being done proving that there's psychic abilities all the time. And just keeping a journal is enough, guys. For you anyway. I mean, I guess you don't need to prove it to anybody else, but if you start getting these psychic hits, this like knowing, this intuition, just write the shit down, guys. Write things down and keep track of them. And you'll start checking them off when they happen, when they come true. Check them off. That you're psychic. Okay. So I asked her about all this stuff. I explained Kundalini to her in great detail. I even sent her a video explaining it, and then she responded back with, "Yes, I had Kundalini during sex with him." You have got to be kidding me. Oh my God. Really, woman? Really? That's called an orgasm, dude. And I took the time to explain to her what Kundalini is, guys. It's not an orgasm, okay? And she, again, and she did explain like what exactly she felt and what exactly she experienced. She described it. It was an orgasm. Oh my fucking God. And this is a thing you're going to run into on the internet, guys. The people that want to be one of the cool kids, they didn't meet their twin flame. They just want to say they met their twin because they want to be hip and cool and fit in. I'm sorry, guys. Some people get really mad when I talk about stuff like this. They get mad because they think I'm being mean and I'm bashing people. Guys, if you really met your twin flame, it isn't going to do us any good at all to make shit up about this. And this is a big problem on the internet. All the people who are with a soulmate and they think that's twin flames. And you can never talk them out of it. And it doesn't matter how much logic you use. Again, with this particular woman, here's Kundalini, here's a video about it, and she comes back with, "Yes, I had these things happen." What do you mean, yes? Because I'm going, I'm listing off ABC. Here's a description of Kundalini, ABC, and she goes, "Yes, I had XYZ." Do you? I mean, did we forget how to speak English too? Because think about it. Why would somebody respond that way? She responded with, "Yes, I had different things. I had Kundalini." No, what you should have said was, "No, I had different things." I asked her, "Did you experience these things?" And she said, "Yes, I experienced these different things." Don't you mean, "No, I experienced these different things"? But no, she said the word yes instead of the word no. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like they have this weird cognitive dissonance. Like a normal person would go, "Oh, no, no, that's not what I experienced. I experienced these things." But instead, she starts her answer with, "Yes, la la la." Like these people just live in la la land, guys. You got to watch out for these people. I don't get up here and do this just to be a dick. You guys, a lot of you people that are watching me right now, you're in a lot of pain. And there's going to be this kind of garbage on the internet that you're going to have to deal with all day. And the twin flame couples, oh my God. And it's a soulmate. They're soulmates. They're in love. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm happy for them. But they're not each other's soul, guys. They're not. And there's ways that you can tell. And I'll show you how you can tell. I've made videos about this. But start here. Your twin flame is your past life. So again, back to that energy polarization, the push pull with your twin flame. They have a name for that. It's called the second law of thermodynamics. Okay, you can use basic scientific concepts to explain this stuff. The second law of thermodynamics, which is that greater travels to lesser, right? More energetic falls to less energetic. Think like an hourglass. That's like an example I use sometimes. But that's really like the only explanation that I could think of that made sense. And actually, when I thought of it, I was like, holy shit, why didn't I think of this, a couple of years ago? It just seems so obvious when I figured it out. So time ultimately is not really linear. Time itself. We experience linear time in the first person. In the first person, we experience time, right? But when you do the thing that we call die, you go back up to the higher dimensional plane, which again, science even says that things like that really exist. Yes, there are higher planes. And yes, when you go up into higher dimensional planes, the higher you go, the less you're going to experience what we would think of as linear time, the higher you go. So at a super high plane, like, heaven, there's no time. There's just all moments run into each other. It's like that one scene from that movie Interstellar, kind of towards the end of the movie, where the guy's like flying around in this big fourth dimensional place and he can see all these different moments in time. So you can reincarnate back into the past. You can go back, guys, if you want in your next life. And that was kind of how I had my big breakthrough because I was thinking about it one night. I was sitting on my bed. I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, maybe in my next life I'll reincarnate and I'll be born in the year 1939 or something. And then I can be a hippie in the 60s and, I don't know, go to Woodstock and watch the moon landings. And I don't know, just they had great music and, it was just kind of a good time. Uh, and, and then I thought, I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second here. I could do that actually. That is how that works scientifically, even it's sound science right there. You really could. Like when you reincarnate, you can hop all around in time. So why can't my twin flame be one of my past lives? Holy shit. Because here's the thing, guys. Everybody agrees on this is like the one thing everybody agrees on, which is that twin flames are the same soul, right? Everybody says it, and that's where the word twin flame comes from. That's why we have the term twin flame, the original reason that we even invented it, right? It's like, what do we call this thing that we use to cut things with? I don't know, call it scissors, right? So what do you call it when you meet someone who is your soul, twin flame? Okay. So everybody, we're on the same page there, but then everybody gives you different advice about what to do about your twin flame. Don't you think that's kind of weird? Everybody agrees what a twin flame is, but then everybody's going to give you different advice. And what's interesting is they always give you psychological advice. You can't think your way into the soul, guys. You can't heal your way into the soul. And you don't need to. You don't need to. Your twin flame is your soul. Well, anyway, when you live, say, 100 lives in a row, if you compare the level of consciousness from where you started and then where you are now after 100 lifetimes, well, you're going to be more conscious after 100 lifetimes. That's kind of something everybody recognizes with reincarnation. Your consciousness increases the further you go, the more times you reincarnate. So, if you have reincarnated, say, 100 times since you used to be your twin flame, that would explain why there is the push pull because the energy moves from you to your twin flame. It's the second law of thermodynamics. And I got a graph in here. Here, I wonder if it's, let me see if I can find it. Back in time. Where is it? You used to be in a past life. Again, it's not. I'm with. Come on, Kurt. Stop pontificating. That you think that sounds cray cray. It's not. It's sound science. It 100% follows the laws of physics. I'll find it. You know, where is it? I don't know. Just go watch the video, guys. I don't want to make this video super long. But anyway, just go watch the video. Go watch the first two videos. Your twin flame is your past life and what are twin flames? Also, and some of these videos in here, they don't really have anything to do with the science, but they're very important. So I put them in here anyway. Again, you got to get rid of the myths. This video, I know it's long, but if you really want to know if you met your twin flame, this is kind of the be all and end all, right? This is going to be a list of everything that I could think of. And then this myth here about why your twin flame doesn't awaken, that's a big myth. People, they're like sitting around waiting for their twin flame to awaken and it never happens and they can't figure out why. And then they get stuck in these loops of running and chasing with their twin flame. You got to let that go, guys. Your twin flame doesn't need to awaken. You do. And the process has already been started. There's also this playlist that's very long. There's over 100 videos. Pretty much every question that I've ever been asked about twin flames, it's in here. Again, with the twin flame couples, how could you tell if there's a couple of people in front of you, talking, going, "Hi, we are twin flames." How can you tell that they are really twin flames, guys? And there's a really easy way to tell, guys. If your twin flame is your soul, then it's going to be as the soul. The soul, it's inner peace, it's not emotion. That's something like when I first started talking about this with people, and I would um, point that out to them, like, what is it like when the running and chasing stops? Well, it's peaceful, right? But there's no like passionate, intense emotional experience going on. And people, man, that really pissed a lot of people off because they want to shove this into the soulmate box. They want to force it into the soulmate box. And it doesn't fit, guys. And it's never going to fit. The soul is peace, guys. It's inner peace, it's oneness, it's unity consciousness, which is where the word union came from. By the way, I made a video about that too, right? Why do we use those words? Separation, union, and detaching. Why do we say that? Don't you think that's weird? Nobody else does that. Only twin flames do that. Yeah, well, it's because those words aren't really twin flame words. They come from transcendentalism, guys, which of course they do. Your twin flame is your spirit. This is going to come from genuine spiritualism. And I think somebody figured that out a long time ago, like before the internet, like it's going to be like 1980s or something. Somebody cracked the code on twin flames. And then those teachings, they kind of started to make their way on the internet. But then the pop culture fad people that just want to look cool, like, look, I'm with my twin flame, like the one person that emailed us. Look at me, everybody. I'm with my twin flame, right? They took the words and they perverted them. They mixed them all up, and now everybody thinks that the words mean relationship statuses, but they don't, guys. These are states of consciousness. That's what those words are. The soul is consciousness. That's your twin flame, guys. So this is a very important video. I strongly recommend you check it out. All right, we're going to run out of time here in a second. But you could also, if you want to, go to my website. There's more testimonials here that you can check out. There's a bunch. There's also my paid coaching. So again, here's more testimonials. There's more here if you click this button. And then there's my paid coaching. Guys, my coaching works and it's not expensive. It's the best, my friends. At least watch the free stuff. There's a bunch of free stuff on my channel. So get out there and get your Kundalini going, get your psychic abilities on. Really do that, guys. Make the best of this. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.